you are worth it. You are worth it. Like, you are worth taking the time to cook a good warm meal and sitting down and just enjoying that. Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thank you so much for subscribing and being here as I build a conscious and connected community. If you're returning, thank you for returning, and I'm so excited to get into this video because this is going to be all about living a healthy lifestyle and changing the way that we think about dieting and losing weight. The reason why I want to talk about this right now is because this is a time where we're setting New Year's resolutions and we're thinking about how we did over the past year and the things that we want to achieve this next year coming up. And I know that health and fitness is always a topic of discussion and can be a sore spot, honestly. And I say that from experience, even at a young age, having pressure to be a certain size and just other things that just contribute to living a healthy lifestyle, eating right, and things like that just being a little bit more difficult than you would think it would be. And I think that these tips will help to make lasting change, not just lose a few pounds for the new year and then have to do it all over again. And really, at the end of the day, I want us to get to a point where we really can love the life that we're living, love the body that we're living this life in, and just be healthier, you know? Okay. So we're gonna get into the first tip. And for some reason, maybe because this video is about fitness, I really just want to stand and talk to you guys. I don't know why, but it's kind of nice. So I also have my handy dandy notepad. My first tip is to fall in love with yourself wherever you are right now. Even if it is not where you want to be next year, find a way, if it's therapy, if it's journaling, if it's talking to your parent, your sister, your friend, or whoever, find a way to work through whatever you need to work through to be content with where you are now. And understand that being content with where you are now does not mean that you can't still want to change where you are now. So even if you're 100 pounds overweight, 50 pounds overweight, whatever it is, find a way to be in love with who you are, even if you're not in love with how much weight you have put on, or your proportions, or you're not muscular enough, or you don't have abs, or whatever like that specific thing is. It might be hard to hear that from someone that has their dream body, but I haven't always. And it had been times, that I have had times where I really hated myself and hated my body. Instead of that propelling me forward and helping me to lose weight, it really kept me stuck, and it got me to the point where I was binge eating and just doing things that were really unhealthy. But it was because I was not content with myself. And when I found contentment with myself first, even though I wasn't at the weight that I wanted to be at, I could just take a moment to listen to my body and listen to what my body needed, because I wasn't trying to fight my body. I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself, but take that for what it's worth. Really try to find a way to be content with who you are and where you are right now and the body that you have. So that's my first tip. And I also have a video about inner work, and I think that helps no matter what area of your life that you're trying to do work around. Watching that video, and there are other videos on YouTube, see a therapist. There are a lot of options out there for us nowadays, and it's really a crucial step. The second tip goes along with that, and I kind of said it. Start listening to your body in small ways. When I was trying to lose weight or just trying to be a little bit more healthier and not binge eating, one exercise I would do is take my hand and put it over my stomach and just breathe into my belly and just feel it. And just be comfortable with breathing into my belly. Because for me, I'll say I would just always want to tighten my abs and like not look too fat and just be like doing too much. I would be doing too much. So I would just breathe into my body and just try to allow space for it to tell me what it needed, because your body really knows. It knows when it's thirsty. It knows when it needs fruit. It knows when it needs salad. It knows a lot of things. We just don't always listen. And then obviously there are some foods out there that are just addicting, so it kind of turns off our ability to listen to our body and what it needs. I noticed when I was really in tune and listening to my body, I would get full quicker and just be satisfied. The next tip I have is to stop using the word diet. If you can, just take this word from your vocabulary. For a lot of us, that word in and of itself is triggering. It brings up feelings of being constricted, of not having enough, of scarcity, of a lack, of short-term push your body to do this for a little while and then you can get back to being who you are, instead of making lasting change. This is also the same with the budget, and I will link some research that I found around this in the description box if you want to read it. But just using the word diet is not extremely helpful, which is how we end up in these cycles of losing weight, gaining weight, losing weight, and it just goes up and down, up and down, up and down. For me, just getting rid of that word, it just helped. It helped a lot. So instead of focusing on doing a keto diet or a vegetarian diet or whatever it was that I wanted to integrate into my life, I would just integrate the foods, and it would just be like, oh, this is, a part of my lifestyle. And really, that on top of listening to your body is just going to feel a lot less constrictive. My next tip is to start eating whole foods. Just get rid of processed foods. Just really, and I know that that's a luxury for a lot of us who might not be able to afford it, but do it within your budget. I started this as a college student and I didn't have any money, but I just would not gravitate towards all of the snacks as much. Whenever I could, I would buy real foods, and real foods can be cheap. There are a lot of videos on YouTube now, and there were when I was in college, that would teach you how to meal prep on a budget. Eating real foods, that will also help your body to not have those like spikes of like sugar and like processed foods, and it'll just help you be able to listen to your body easier because it's processing things that are already natural. And I think you will just notice that your energy levels will be higher, your mental health will be better. I think you will notice a lot of things. You will just be like, this feels good. Like, I just feel really good, and I don't care how much I weigh. I've gotten to the point where I don't care how much I weigh. If you ask me how much I weigh right now, I only know because I have to get weighed twice a year. But if otherwise, I wouldn't know like how much I weighed. It was always, how do I feel in my body? Once I started getting healthy, it was always like, how do I feel in my body? How does my body look? Because if my gut is bloated, then I do know like, okay, maybe whatever I ate yesterday or just now, I can eat less of that because I don't really want my stomach to be bloated. But it would be less about the number on the scale, or even so much, is my booty big enough? Is like, it's all fine. I'm good with the body that I've been given and the body that I have also, built through exercise and good habits. But yeah, eat real food. Eat real food. Take the time to meal prep. It is really going to pay off, and you're worth it. And I know that can be hard to, I know it's something that was hard for me to like actually make time for meal prep all the time. Like I could rationalize myself out of it and say, well, I don't have time because I'm doing X, Y, and Z. But really, like, this is extremely important. I don't even want to downplay how important it is, the foods that we eat and the way that we take care of this body, this one body that we have this lifetime. This is really, really important. It's important to the people that are around us, the people that are looking up to us, our children, our whoever. And you are worth it. You are worth it. Like, you are worth taking the time to cook a good warm meal and sitting down and just enjoying that. You're worth that, right? The moment I started taking the time to do that for myself, that was self-love. That was self-care. That was me building confidence in myself, in my ability to take care of myself and to want to take care of myself. But let me also say, if you wanted to get like a meal prep thing, that is also okay, just real food. But I just don't want it to be a thing of like, you don't have time or thinking that you're not worth it. Because I know for me, I had to realize that I am just worth this amount of effort. I am just worth that to me. And when you start putting that amount of effort into yourself, other people start putting that amount of effort into you, and it changes your whole life. And I know that's not what you guys probably expected from this video or these tips, but I really think that these are the tips that changed my life and changed my habits around food and have allowed me to gain and maintain, I would say, the body of my dreams. Like, I am very happy with where I am physically and emotionally, and I know all of that is tied to my physical fitness and my dieting. Oh my gosh, but I almost forgot the last step. I can't believe I almost forgot this last step. So my last tip, I do want to say this and really take a lot of pressure off of this for a lot of us. If you want to lose weight and you want to start living a healthy lifestyle, then you do have to start exercising. But that does not mean that you need to go to the gym for 2 hours. If you want to go to the gym for 2 hours, you can go to the gym for 2 hours. But if that's not something that gets you excited, don't do it. Go for a walk. Exercise for 15 minutes. Do some crunches. Just do some push-ups. Does not matter. Just do something and just show up. And then I promise over time, you're going to start wanting to listen to your body. And you're going to want to start challenging it because it's just enjoyable. But if that's not enjoyable to you and you just want to walk, just walk. Walking is fun because you can also just like talk to your girlfriends on the phone and gossip. But anyways, yeah, just walk. Don't put a whole lot of pressure on your exercise and what you're doing or even how long you're doing it. Just show up. I would just show up. Because some days, I will be honest, I don't feel like working out. I don't feel like running 3 miles. And on those days, I would just walk. And I'll watch a YouTube video or I'll read a book or I listen to a podcast or whatever. And I just don't put all that pressure on myself anymore to have to show up a certain way and say that if I don't do that, then that's not discipline. It just doesn't make life fun, right? Like, yes, we all want to achieve our goals. Yes, we all want to be like super badass and like super strong, but sometimes it just does not feel good to be like, okay, every day I have to do X, Y, and Z, especially if you're not training for anything specifically. Walk, stretch, eat well, drink water. There you go. That's the keys to life. Those are all of my tips. I hope that this was helpful. If weight loss or just living a healthier lifestyle is your goal for 2023, comment below, like this video, give me some feedback. Let me know what you thought about it, what you thought of the tips, or share any tips that you have as you have been on your healthy lifestyle, weight loss, fitness journey as well. So yeah, thank you guys for listening and I'll see you again next time. Bye.